Rage Nightmare difficulty walkthrough for wikigameguides.com. We are on the Dan's Message quest. I'm joined with Dixicle again.
Dan's message quest. What's his quest? To find John?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Is that his quest?
That is his quest. Now, well, what you need to do is you're actually leaving this this first place and you're going off to a nicer town, which actually has some people in it.
So, this game, is it all open to you, or do you have to do missions to progress to open up parts of the map?
Well, that last mission, where you need to destroy the gate, just opened up this whole section that you can drive in with your buggy, and now I'm being attacked by these bandit people, and they're not doing a whole lot of damage, but I'm just ignoring them because I don't have a weapon.
But you can shoot out of your car.
No, well, you can once you get a weapon attached to your car, but we haven't gotten there yet, so.
That'd be awesome if you can shoot out of your car.
Yeah.
You can drive by like GTA, like just mow them down.
Yeah, that would. Well, you don't drive in the cities, only out here, and they can overpower you if you're just shooting with like an AK, like I have here. So.
Yeah. So what's the shooting like in this game? Pretty solid?
It is pretty solid. A little too much recoil for my taste, but it's not bad. Pretty accurate.
I always heard id Software make great shooters.
They do. They basically gave birth to the FPS genre, I think.
With Doom.
With Doom. That was
Wolfenstein.
That was a great game. I still play the original Doom to this day.
Doom.
I was talking a couple of videos back about how I couldn't tell, is it id or is it ID?
It's id, because I remember watching a developer software. No, I remember watching a developer video of Rage, and they were referring to themselves as id Software.
Id. Okay.
If it was ID, I think it would be with caps. So like.
I thought the D was, but. Oh, never mind. No, it isn't.
No.
I was wrong. I was wrong.
RvB was wrong. I was right.
Right there is a Vault Boy bobblehead, which I thought was pretty cool. You don't really do anything with it, but sell it for like $150. I thought it was kind of cool that they're incorporating stuff from Bethesda, who bought them out in their games.
Oh yeah, that is pretty cool actually. Are they the collectibles of the game?
No, there's playing cards, or just collectible cards, I think, that you can collect. And Dan is doing a walkthrough of those.
So what is this game more like? Fallout or Borderlands? If that's a good
probably Borderlands.
So it's more like Borderlands.
Well,
kind of like that aspect.
This game is, yeah, it's basically more like Borderlands, but it's very, very linear. When you're on a mission, it'll directly basically state where to go, and you only have really one or two paths to choose from. So.
So it's not as open as Fallout, where it's like Borderlands.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of dialogue in the game?
Yes, there is. I was talking about that they like to talk a lot in this game, and like I got a comment on one of the YouTube videos, which this one guy said something like, it's an FPS RPG, of course there's going to be a lot of talking, which I agree with. For right here, I chose Roughneck because you can take more damage. And you're gonna need that for Nightmare.
Yeah. So, are you raging right now over this hard difficulty? Raged.
That was a terrible pun. But,
like,
you know, I am actually not having. It's easier than I thought it was gonna be, but it still is plenty hard.
Yeah. I think they should have named the difficulty like enraged or something, like a pun.
That would have been cool.
Nightmare.
But I think Nightmare was the Doom next level
Oh.
of difficulty, so they just kind of wanted to keep that.
Yeah. Well, I think like some developers should come up with different names for difficulties, because I mean, Nightmare has been done.
There's a lot
Brutal
of
has been done.
there's a lot of veteran. There's a couple
Veteran.
elite.
Hard is the most common.
Hard is very common.
Very hard is
Very hard is even yeah. Then there's insane, just pretty common, and that's all I
Yeah.
can think of.
And that was most famous by Gears of War.
Yeah,
Um,
which Fear then copied off of.
God of War was Chaos.
Chaos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Chaos difficulty. You can't think of any others actually. Oh, Wet's difficulty thing is
Very
like
wet.
Fixer. Yeah, very wet. Yeah.
Okay.
God, that's a terrible game. But if you're playing it for the achievements, it's quite fun.
Yeah. What you're doing right now?
Yeah, I got some downtime up until Batman comes out. That's the
Yeah.
next guide that I'm sticking with.
Yeah. Really quick. Well, I should mention that this whole video is just like the really small quests, like change your clothes, meet new people, get a garage. They're very small quests that really have no reason to be in a separate video, so I'm just basically including all these in one video, as well as the Dan's Message quest, which we need to get a buggy now from the sheriff. So
That's cool.
we get to do some racing, which is a decent amount of this game is to do with like driving.
Good controls.
Yeah, very it's almost too good at handling. Like I would have expected it to be a lot harder to handle, but when you brake, you pretty much stop within like a second. At least on the four-wheeler.
So it's not like too sensitive or
Yeah,
when turning. Oh, it is too sensitive.
it's a little bit more sensitive in the terms of braking, but turning is fine, accelerating is fine, in my opinion.
From the gameplay which I watched of this, so the two things which came to mind, so it was Borderlands, and there was also something else which came to mind. And I don't know if you've seen this film, but it's called Judge Dredd. I might be stretching here, but if you've seen Judge Dredd, it's sort of like a barren wasteland almost, like this.
Okay.
Well, actually, they're in a city where like everything is controlled by cops and stuff, but like he gets framed and then he gets brought into the wasteland, and it looks a lot like this. And there's like crazy people with like hooks and knives and stuff that are out in like the wasteland that chase them down on like trucks, almost similar to like. Actually, probably a better example would have been Mad Max.
Yeah,
Like,
it is
yeah.
a very Mad Max-like game. So
Yeah. Well, it reminded me of those two. Reason why it reminded me of Judge Dredd was because there's this really tall, bald guy in the film. He's got like a metal plate at the back of his head, and like when I was watching the gameplay, there was one of those characters. Like it looked as though he is it like had like almost like a robotic like arm like sewn like on.
I think I might know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, they actually do have a lot of really good characters in this game. They did a good job with those.
Yeah. Well, I was reading IGN's review today, and they gave it an 8.5, which isn't necessarily bad, but I would have thought it would have got higher.
Well, yeah. I also thought that Brink was gonna be good though, and that got what, a 6? It was terrible. I hated it.
Well, I never bothered playing it because it looked shit.
It looked better in the previews than it actually played out. So.
But that had the same thing as that other fucking game that just came out, Body Count.
Body. Oh, ew.
That was a steaming pile of shit. Wait, you zoom in?
God damn. Yeah, you zoom into the gun instead of iron sights. What the fuck were they thinking?
You zoom into the
Sorry,
gun, but you don't use the iron sights. That's exactly the same as in Brink. You don't use the iron sights, do you?
I think you actually do. Yeah.
Oh. Oh, maybe I'm thinking of something else. I hope I'm not, because that's embarrassing.
Quick, right there, I bought the minigun attachment, and I also got an id theme for my buggy, so it looks nice
An
now.
id theme.
Yeah. So let's talk to the sheriff.
Sheriff of Nottingham.
Yeah.
Sheriff Black. Wow.
This guy is kind of annoying. Just kind of leave him.
You really don't like the dialogue. You don't. You don't stick around for the story, huh?
Well, I do on my first run. Like, I
Yeah.
played this game twice. Once to get the strategy, and then the second time to actually do the guide. And I listened to it the first time, but after the first time, there's really no value of listening to it again. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Now we're traveling back to Dan to give him
Oh yeah.
supplies. So
Wow.
we actually have a gun now, so we can shoot the bandits with our machine gun.
Do you just mow them down? Like, do they just like fucking blow up?
I actually think, yeah, they do. You could kind of see it.
Oh, that's an awesome explosion.
Yeah, the explosions in this game are very nice. I'm just trying to get the three kills, because you get money rewards for those, and the money rewards keep going up, but so does the difficulty. So
What do you buy with money?
I always buy ammo for like the shotgun and AK, because I use those two guns most frequently.
Is there upgrades in this game?
There are, yeah, you need to buy them, and it's like extended clip kind of things. It's called something else, but
Interesting.
so now you can talk back. You can talk to Dan Hagar again, and he'll talk about, basically he'll recap everything that you did in this video, and at the very end he gives you that crossbow right there. So
That is definitely John Goodman. That is so John Goodman out of The Big Lebowski.
I could see that.
Doesn't look like him, but his voice sounds a lot like it.
It does, kind of, doesn't it?
It does.
Just a
Very
little,
familiar.
just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
And there we go. We have the crossbow. It's the end of the video. So thank you for watching. Check out Wiki Game Guides for more. Oh yeah.
And good luck, my friend. You were mighty helpful for me and my people. It'd sure be nice having someone like you around here, but I can't.